Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to another episode of Slime Rancher. In the last episode, we entered the Slimulation, which must be one of the most in-depth inventions that Victor has ever made. It's basically an entire virtual recreation of the Far Far range, but Victor is having a couple issues with it. There are these glitch slimes inside that we need to capture, and it turns them into these bug reports, which we can then bring back to him. So I had a very lucky run after the last episode, and now we should have enough to unlock that strange teleporter. It really looks like a little mini chicken to me, so I'm super excited to see what this is going to be. If it's actually going to give us chickens in some way, that would be perfect for our ranch. So let's go ahead and send in all of these bug reports right here. There we go, and he should give us our brand new reward. And of course these manifold cubes too. These will be good for making some new inventions of our own. Oh geez, don't lose your bug reports, Jess. Victor needs every last one of those that he can get his hands on. Hello again, Beatrix. I am currently in the middle of important work and require focused time for the next several minutes. Therefore, I have contracted out the Phase 1 reward distribution to a scientific colleague of mine. Ooh, a scientific colleague. Who is he working with? Connecting you now. Wait a second. That hat looks suspiciously similar to someone else we know. Is this by any chance a certain chicken-loving slime? Oh my gosh, it is. Oh my gosh, look at him. It's actually Bob? Chicken, yep, that is definitely Bob. I love how he has his own little makeshift Game Boy on his shoulder, just like Victor. I guess our little slime friend looks up to him. I've gotta wonder though, is this really what Victor intended? Is Bob really the colleague that he wanted us to see, or did he somehow hack into the system? I guess that's kind of what you have to expect if chickens are involved. Now then, I trust my colleague compensated you well? No, I've never actually met him in person, but that's not unusual for me. You see, I generally run simulations for everything I can in my life, including relationships with others. You might think this is perhaps too clinical of an approach, but I can assure you it saves a significant amount of time. And time is so valuable, and so very finite. It is a single cruelty of nature, so why waste a second of it building a friendship that ends? Or a romantic interest that leaves you cold, wasteful? Well, I know he loves his work, but that's kind of a sad way to view life. I wonder if there was actually an issue in his past that caused him to think that. So I simulate it all and determine where it is likely to lead. It is all very precise and allows me to operate in a timeline that is most optimal. But clearly there are still kinks to work out, as the simulation I ran of you assisting me had you completing Phase 1 much later than the actual result. How odd. I'll add fixing this issue to my agenda. In the meantime, let's begin Phase 2 of the project. The bug reports you've submitted so far are fascinating. Within the limits of Slimulation, glitch slimes appear to be very much real. I need to know more. Gather more bug reports and I'll grant you access to blueprints for my custom advanced drones. They're doubly effective at ranch work, efficiency. What about that teleporter though? Sorry, I often forget about goodbyes. Goodbye for now. Oh. It seems like Victor gets so caught up in his work that he has no idea what it's like to be a friend. Or what it's like to have a friend even. But I would really like to know what was going on with that strange teleporter. Bob didn't exactly give us too many details. I'm going to assume that it's probably something we can make back at the lab. Since basically everything that we're doing for Victor has something to do with slime science. Let's see if we can get any more clues here. So do you think it would be in warp tech? Because it really looked like a teleporter to me. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Maybe in utilities? A chicken cloner? Doubles your chickens half of the time. Alright, so we need a few more of those manifold cubes, one more manifold cube, and 3 more of the hexacombs. Interesting. So it's not always going to double our chickens. Sometimes it sounds like it's not going to work, but yet that is going to be so helpful on the ranch. If we have one of them set up right next to our chicken coop, then we'll never have to worry about our little tabbies going hungry again. Oh yeah, and I did manage to find another roostro. Actually, one of our little baby chickadees grew up into a roostro, so it was super easy. But we are getting a little bit low on chickens. We don't have any more inside the silo for our bee drones to give to our slimes. So maybe we should actually think about making the teleporter right now. We'll just go back to his undersea lab for a moment to send in the rest of these bug reports because I don't want to carry these around everywhere. I know that I'm probably going to end up accidentally losing them somewhere, and we need that extra manifold cube anyways. So luckily, Victor, we have the exact amount of bug reports that you need to give us one more of these manifold cubes. There we go. And that's 360 bug reports for the bee drone, a more efficient bee drone, so we know it's going to be helpful too. Well, we'll send this manifold cube into the refinery, and now let's go to the jungle. What on earth are you doing? Were you actually standing on top of our little music box? I think that's what he was doing. Well, you definitely have food, so you guys should be just fine. As long as they're not whipping up tornadoes, then I guess we don't have to worry. That wasn't even a tabby hybrid. Like, typically these tabby slimes can be very, very mischievous. We've kind of learned that the hard way many times. So they must be picking up bad habits from their neighbors. But let's see if the bee drones, or the apiaries rather, are ready for us to collect from. Oh no, wait a second. Oh no, did I gather the last from our apiaries? Okay, looks like I have a few more out here. In fact, this one right here should give us plenty. Oh. Wait a second, that's not an apiary at all. That was a drill? Oh no. Well, Lisa, this one is definitely an apiary. And it doesn't have a single piece of hexacomb inside? Oh, please tell me I have another one around here. I have this one over here. Do I have any apiaries down the main area? Oh my gosh, go figure. Of all the times to be out of honey. Well, let's go ahead and whip out one of our refineries so we can at least place that down. Oh, but I do have some more of the apiaries made. Alright, so it may take a little bit longer than we thought, but we could always go back into the slimulation while we're waiting. So let's set up our refinery link and put this all where it belongs. At the very least, that's one extra diamond in our pocket. Those are usually pretty hard to come by. So if we run on back to the main part of the jungle, we'll use this area to set up our advanced apiaries. I'd imagine just one more run through the slimulation will probably be enough time for it. So back to work we go. I'm sure Victor is going to be very happy to see us again. It sounds like B is actually exceeding his expectations. It really makes me wonder about his past though. Like the way that he worded that, about all of his simulations for relationships, it makes me think that there must be something that happened long ago that made him want to bypass relationships entirely. Oh? Oh, this time we're starting over here? This was actually where we picked up that treasure pod before, the one for the glitch slimes. Interesting. Well, the one thing I've learned for sure is that it's definitely more effective to search for the objects that are out of place. You only get 3 of the glitch slimes. Oh, wait a second. Oh, you get a lot from those, though. Yeah, you only get 3 of the glitch slimes from the normal Largos, but you get an absolute ton from the secret items. They are a little bit tricky to spot, but if we see any of those rocks shaking again, that's a pretty surefire sign. So, are any of these items out of place? I think this way is toward the honey meadows, right? The flower fields? It should be past all those dangerous boom Largos. Yeah, here we go. This is familiar. And in fact, I think I even see a little shaking pod over here. Yeah, look at all these glitch slimes. This is definitely the way to go. Maybe it'd be easier if we try to go on top of these ledges too? And are there always 2 trees there? I thought there was usually 1. Really? That's how it's supposed to be? Okay. It looks like neither of those are suspicious. Well, they were suspicious to me, but I guess neither of those were a problem. Ooh, this area is actually going to be pretty hard, isn't it? Unless we just send our debug spray absolutely everywhere. Try all the rocks we come across. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with which of these mushrooms are the right ones. Is this tree supposed to be there? Yeah, I guess so, but you are certainly out of place, sir. Well, at least we have a few more bits of debug spray to grab. The only problem with sending this everywhere is that it's pretty easy to run out of too. I wonder if any of these mushrooms are out of place? Oh, there we go. That was a lucky guess. Alright, come on, little guys. It seems like they disappear as soon as they hit the water, too. So we... Oh. Okay, maybe not. Clearly they can swim. I guess they were just blending in really well. See, now we don't get them mixed up with the pink slimes anymore, but it's very hard to see them in water. Alright, I don't think we've been out this far yet. Yeah, we definitely didn't explore this place. There aren't too many items around here either. I wonder if the slimulation goes even further? Like, does this wrap around to the Indigo Quarry? Yeah, that looks like where we are. Alright, this is definitely the Indigo Quarry. In fact, this might even be the entrance to the caves. If his slimulation is that detailed, there should be some pretty intricate cave systems around here too. Hopefully he simplified them because they're easy to get lost in. Some of these crystals have to be bugs, right? I mean, if we could just send our debug spray out to a couple of them. Oh, there we go. I wasn't aiming for the rock, but I will definitely take it. And I think I see that those clouds are starting to pop up too, so we better be quick. There's a few more glitches still swimming around in here, so we'll grab those. One more over here. And now we have over 30. So it's not the best run, but it's still better than we were doing before. We'll grab a little bit of extra debug spray for our troubles too. Might as well spray everything now if the tars are coming. We can spray the tars with the debug spray to get rid of them, just to kind of clear a path for ourselves. Because if they munch on us, then they're going to try to steal our glitches. So you guys get out of the way here. It looks like we have another portal out this way. Maybe we'll try shooting some of these rocks then. Any glitches around here that we can grab? Any last minute glitches at all? No, it looks like we're not going to find any. Alright, Victor. Well, you better let us know where the beacon is. Oh, is he leading us back toward the one that we saw before? Or do we have to go all the way back to the main area again? Unfortunately, I have found that usually he opens the door that is nowhere near where we are, so it is a very, very long run. It looks like he wants us to go around this way. Is there a secret door over here? I think this usually leads towards some crystal caves. Okay. There we go, another lucky shot. So now we have over 40. I mean, that's gonna make a pretty good dent in his research. We still have a long way to go, but at least we know we're getting better. At least that's going to be 2 more of those manifest cubes in our pocket too. So maybe we can think about making even more of those teleporters. So thank you very much, Victor. We'll be on our way now. We have some work to do. Let's go check up on our apiaries. Does it look like they're ready yet? Oh, they must be very, very close. Still about 4 minutes to go. Well, you know what? Let's use this time to search for some more styles. We already searched around the Honey Meadows and the Hunter's territory too, but we didn't try the other direction yet, over here, which I believe takes us toward the Boom Slimes. So let's see what we can discover on this side. I'm pretty sure this is even where we discovered one of the Honey Gordos. Yeah, right up there with all the flowers. And wasn't this about where we saw that treasure pod in the slimulation? Yeah, I wonder if there's any secrets here in the real world. I'm not even sure if we've explored off this way before. It looks like there are some interesting nooks and crannies. Not to mention those mysterious islands in the distance. I wonder if maybe there's something special on those. Unfortunately, I don't see any of those glowing treasure pods though. I mean, they're pretty easy to pick out. Especially when it's still a little bit dark like this. I guess it's always kind of dark in the jungle though. All these trees overhead makes it very, very shady. Is there really nothing over here? Nothing at all? Unless maybe we go a little bit higher. Let's check over here first. Yeah, that just connects to the hunter's area with all those mushrooms. So I'm not sure if we're going to find anything else over here, unless maybe I'm completely walking past it. Did we already go to that island though? That is awfully mysterious. I kind of want to fly over there just to check. I mean, we don't have anything in our inventory, so if we do fall, I guess it wouldn't be too much of a problem. Our jetpack is fully upgraded though, so I can't imagine we would have too much trouble flying over here. We'll just give it a few taps. Land right on top of the bar land. And now what? Are we stuck now? Oh, Bee, your curiosity has gotten the better of you. I guess we'll go over here, see if we can land on this little stick in the water. Yeah, you know? Ooh, there is definitely something back there. Wait a second, though. I feel like maybe we've done this before. Is that treasure pod actually open? Oh, Bee, you have been here. Oh, you know what? That teleporter back there? I wonder if that actually brings us to Mustache Island. Yeah, this is feeling quite familiar. I think I see a treasure pod up there, but again, I can't really tell if we've opened it from here or not. The sun is glaring right in poor Bee's eyes. Well, if we can make it over to those smaller little rocks, maybe we can see better. That one might be a new one. Let's flutter on over. Oh, careful, Bee, careful. Oh, she just barely stuck the landing. No, and I think we have opened that too. Oh, that's the one problem with it being such a long time since we last played Slime Rancher. I can't remember where we've been and where we haven't. Yeah, does this take us to Mustache Island? Yep, that is exactly what this is. Well, we might as well just check. Would they have hidden any new treasure pods over here? It is a pretty secluded area. Yeah, I think this is solely reserved for that beautiful mustache. That was actually what we put on our fire slimes, and I think they look pretty good with it. So, absolutely nothing else over here. No extra hidden secrets, at least as far as I can tell. Well, back to the mainland we go then. And if we can find our way back to the jungle, then I'm sure the apiaries are ready now. I guess we should probably take the long route. In fact, I think that's about where the tabbies play in the trees, and that leads directly to the jungle itself. Maybe we should poke our noses over there. We still have our eyes peeled for the tabby skin. That would be a pretty good spot for it too. Nothing else over here for us to grab? Yeah, so we'll go toward that rock next. I don't think Bee can make it all the way to the trees in one go. Alright, back on dry, solid land. Yeah, this is where all of the tabbies play around. It's where quite a few of the chickens spawn too. So are you guys hiding any secrets? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wanted to be in charge of his own fate, I guess. Not gonna let those greedy tabbies get their hands on him. Well, we have a different treasure pod over here, and some tars, unfortunately. Ooh, the sponge tree. A squishy sponge tree that can store a lot of water during dry months. Oh, interesting. So even though this place is kind of like a barren wasteland, the slimes can still get their fill of water from the leaves. Oh, I think I see something glowing. Yes, it looks like there's another one of the treasure pods right up here. Oh, right between the two areas where the tabbies spawn. Please tell me this is the tabby skin. What do you have for us? I mean, I guess it could be the rocks too. Yeah, the rock slimes. The heavy metal style. Well, that's still pretty cool. Let's see if we can find some rock slimes hopping around then. Oh, and you know, isn't that about where the firefly caves were? For the phosphor slimes. Maybe that's a good place for us to explore for the phosphor skin. But if we go over this way, I'm sure a few new rock slimes will pop out of the ground. In fact, ooh, that is really cool. It almost has like a shimmery glow to it. Like a rose gold paint or something. How does that look with the pink slimes? Oh yeah, that is really cool. So if we thought they looked like crystals before, now they really fit the bill. For that matter, I wonder what they'll look like combined with the actual crystal slimes. Maybe we'll take a trip into the Indigo Quarry for the next episode. That would be pretty interesting. I think that's about the only place where the crystal slimes spawn naturally. So we'll see a lot of different Largo combinations there. Well, back to our apiaries, I guess. That's a little bit disappointing, though. I wonder where the tabby's skin is going to be. I'm still thinking that for the most part, these treasure pods must be sticking around wherever the slimes spawn most. But that's tricky for the tabby slimes because you can find them pretty much everywhere. Oh, that's not a good sound. Do we already have tars in here? I don't see them, but they must be around here somewhere. Let's go ahead and fill up our water again just in case. The one thing that's a little bit unfortunate about Victor's experiments... Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, where's the food? Oh, send those pogo fruits off super quick. Good thing the slimes around here didn't eat everything yet. Well, it's only 3 gold florets. We only managed to hit it once, but hey, at least it's better than nothing. But yeah, the only thing that's kind of a bummer about Victor's experiments is that he does unfortunately get rid of our water every single time. I guess it happens when we grab the debug spray. It just completely destroys the water on us. So we have to grab some new stuff every single time. Oh no, and don't tell me. Don't tell me we don't have any hexacombs. Oh no, I was so sure that was going to work. I know that we get the extra wild honey here because it's special to the jungle, but usually I get at least 1 or 2 hexacombs too. Oh my gosh, what a bummer. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go build some apiaries and I'll get the hexacombs myself. And I'll see you guys as soon as we're ready to make the chicken cloner. Oh my gosh, and I almost forgot. Oh, we have a beautiful rock largos right here to take a look at. Yeah, they have an interesting sheen to their slimy shell. It's like a nice shiny rose gold crust. I think it makes them look really pretty. There we go, there's our hexacombs. Yeah, I knew they could spawn here, but we must have just gotten really unlucky with the last batch. Oh cool, we even got some royal jelly from this one. Yeah, I think we should probably just go home though. Sounds like it's getting pretty dangerous here, so we'll come back to pick up the jelly later. All we really care about are these hexacombs anyways. So into the refinery you go, and then it's time for us to make our very first chicken cloner. I grabbed a few of these hen hens while I was exploring too, just so we had some actual chickens to work with. I'm pretty sure our bee drones have made quick work of the chickens we put in the silo. So in the utilities here, the chicken cloner doubles your chickens half of the time. So we'll see how true that actually is. We have 5 hen hens to work with. And now I guess the question is, where should we actually put this? I feel like it would be more useful to us next to our chicken coop. So let's see if we have an open area over there. Yeah, like literally right next to the chicken coop. And preferably far away from our slimes too. We don't want them getting too greedy. So we'll go ahead and place our chicken cloner right about here. Our very first chicken cloner. Yeah, this thing looks pretty interesting. And you know, if we throw them in this way, we could catch them against the rocks in the back. So hopefully these hen hens won't go absolutely everywhere. So I'm guessing all we have to do is just toss them in. Ooh, yes. Excellent, so that one worked. Let's try another. Oh my gosh. Devoured by the chicken cloner. Oh my gosh, that is actually heartbreaking. Well, at least we have 2 chickens here. Let's see if we can get any more out of this. Yeah, there we go. So most of the time this is going to work. That means we have 1 extra hen for our troubles. 6 hen-hens total, so yeah, it's better than nothing. At least it gets us a few extra pieces of food. Actually, can we just keep sending them through? Oh no! Oh no, are these all going to get destroyed? No, some of them still work, but that was not a very lucky experiment. So it's really kind of like a game of chance. Like, are we willing to put our chickens' lives on the line just for the small possibility that we'll have more than what we started with? And in my case, that was a complete failure. Started with 5 and now we have 0. So, maybe not as great as I first expected? Like, I think there might be some kinks to work out here, and if Bob is the one who put this all together, then I can definitely see why. I still think that's kind of strange though, like, I mean, I guess we know that Bob is pretty smart. It's not every day that you see slimes dressing up in trench coats to get some extra chickens, but it's interesting to know that he actually works with Victor. So in the next episode, I think we might take a little break from our science experiments, and we'll go see if we can finally find the tabby style. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!